Let's be honest, when you think about Honda and electric cars, especially here in the US, you might think the story's been a little, well, slow. But that's not the whole picture. Not even close. Today, we're gonna pull back the curtain because Honda is playing a completely different and frankly, a way more fascinating electric game on the other side of the world. Here in the States, it's true, it feels like Honda has been a bit cautious with EVs. They've teamed up with partners like GM, and their rollout just hasn't made the same kind of splash as some other brands. We all know that story. But what if I told you that while we've been watching that play out, we've been missing the main event entirely? Because meanwhile, in Japan, Honda is dropping something that completely reframes their electric ambitions. It's a car built for a totally different world, with a whole different set of roles. And you know what? It might just be one of the coolest EVs hitting the road right now. So, let's meet the star of the show, the Honda N1e. And look at it. It's not some giant SUV or a sleek sports sedan. It's funky, it's charming, it's got this awesome retro vibe. It is pure, unapologetic Japanese design. And it tells us so much about a different way to think about an electric future. And let's just get right to the most staggering number of all. The price. We're talking a little over $18,000. I mean, seriously, for a brand new electric car from a company like Honda, that right there, that number alone makes this thing a total game changer in its home market. So what is this little thing exactly? Well, Honda did something really smart. They didn't start from scratch. It's actually based on the gas-powered N1, which is already super popular. So they get to keep that beloved retro look, the practicality of 4 doors, and a hatchback design that makes it feel way bigger on the inside than it looks. They basically took a hit and made it electric. Okay, but think about it for a second. How do you cram batteries and an electric motor into a car this small without completely ruining it? This is where the story gets really good, because it's all about some incredibly clever engineering. We're talking about a masterclass in making every single millimeter count. And wow, did they pull it off? Honda is claiming a class-leading range of 183 miles. Now, to put that in perspective, its biggest rival, the Nissan Sakura, which is a huge seller, gets around 113 miles. So the N1e gives you 70 more miles of driving. In the world of tiny city cars, that is a massive, massive advantage. So how did they do it? It was all about smart problem solving. To avoid making the floor super thick and squishing everyone inside, they had to engineer a brand new, thinner battery pack. To keep the car's height low and easy to park, they actually took the battery pack from Honda's electric van and modified it to fit. They even redesigned the steering column just to squeeze out a little more legroom for the driver. It's that kind of attention to detail that makes this car possible. Now, to really, truly understand why the N1e is such a big deal, you have to understand the world it was made for. This isn't just a small car. It's what's known as a K car. And in Japan, that one little name changes everything. Right, so K car isn't just a cute nickname. It's an official, legally defined category of vehicle. There are super strict government rules about their exact size, their engine power, the whole 9 yards. They're not designed this way by chance. They're regulated to be perfectly suited for Japan's unique cityscapes. And we are not talking about some tiny niche market. These things are, and this is a quote, wildly popular. Just picture it. Japan's massive cities, millions of people packed together, navigating these incredibly complex, often narrow streets. A giant SUV just doesn't make any sense there. Key cars are the perfect answer. They're literally designed to zip down streets that a normal car wouldn't even attempt. They make finding a parking spot a million times easier. And somehow, through some engineering magic, they maximize every cubic inch of interior space. They're basically the ultimate urban mobility tool. So when you take the genius of the key car concept and you pair it with a modern electric powertrain, well, you get something incredibly powerful. This isn't just Honda making a cool little car. This is about Honda tapping into a huge, thriving market with a product that is perfectly tailored for it. And if you need any more proof, just look at this stat. This is the number that changes everything. Electric key cars already account for 40% of all new cars sold in Japan. Let that sink in for a second. Not 4%, 40. This isn't a niche, it's a dominant force in the entire Japanese auto market. And what that means is, for Honda, this N1e isn't some quirky side project. No way. With its best-in-class range and that beloved design, it is positioned to be a top choice in one of the biggest market segments in the whole country. This is a heavyweight move. So the reason this all matters is because the N1E is this powerful reminder that the best car isn't always a one-size-fits-all global car. This vehicle would be completely lost on America's wide-open highways, right? But for the daily reality of millions of people in Japan's dense cities, it's a perfect, purpose-built solution. And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. We spend so much time hearing about global platforms, cars designed to be sold everywhere. But maybe the real innovation, the real future, is actually in creating these perfect, hyper-local solutions that are tailor-made for the unique ways people live all over the world. What do you think?